we are on the site of the castle.
And it was the first time the Beatles had really stopped being semi-professional almost.
Look at that.
Absolutely fascinating.
That's what you do. You buy these players that cost money and make a difference in it. But we never do that.
Never complains, gets up, gets on with a smile on his face.
We just want you to sit in your chair and go hip hip hooray to the Western press and the Western narrative. You regurgitate the same old every single day without this. If you haven't seen it before, please watch the first series, the first 2 episodes, the second series. Stallone. Can anybody hear me? Let me know, can anybody hear me? Or am I mute? So you can hear me? Oh, brilliant, thank you. I had no sound on there, you see. So anyway, I just said to Jason, got no sound. I'll just tell. Thanks, lads, for letting me know. Thank you. It's listen, told you today that was a great win. That they beaten everybody, that lot, and we went there and beat them. We beat them. Edward says Salah overtook Lampard's with his goals. He did, yeah, and he's gone into the 21 goals now in the Premiership, which is fantastic, Mo Salah, don't forget, he's not a striker, he's a winger. This is what other fans say, oh, he's not a striker, he's a winger. And he breaks all records every season. He's doing it this season. Incredible player. And as the famous copy Callum says, Mr. Cut inside again. That was some goal. That was some goal. And as Snapey says, a statement of intent, we're rarely showing effervescent vitality. At the dictionary corner, effervescent vitality. Evening, Reds. Hope you're well, Frank. Yes, I'm absolutely delighted now. I really am. Honestly, I am. And it was a good post to swallow as well. Good pod. It was funny. Everyone was on form this morning. And I think everyone, because they're all there, they're all Reds. I think they were all confident. They were all confident. Thanks, lads. Thank you. Thank you, Leader Wiz. And the Snapey says, you're loud and clear. Here's the Anfield. Look at that. I say, we shall not be moved. Love this club, Frankie and chat. How about that then? Yes. Incredible. I'm not saying we felt a little bit, you on the chat and me. We were confident. We were confident. that we could get the result that we want, or we wanted. And, others were saying, oh, yeah, tough game, and which it was going to be tough because they'd beaten a lot and they were flying. But when they come up against Liverpool are a totally different kettle of fish. I have to look into the camera, don't I? You've got to look into that. But if I look into the camera, see all the from the anyway. But as I said, it's absolutely amazing what we've achieved this season. Albeit we were beaten the other night with our fringe players, and they were fringe players in the Champions League. You know what I mean? I wanted to win that. I really wanted to win that game. But today, who's your man of the match? I know my man of the match is, or was. So who's your man of the match, lads? Let me know. And the Anfield says, we are the best in the land. Tough game. We showed class and took points. Took the points. Super Mo. Great goal. That was it. That was an incredible goal, wasn't it? He just had it. Just cut it. And he didn't really cut in, did he? Just killed it. Goalkeeper flat-footed. What a player. What a player. And Callum says, Salome, 2024, 18 goals in the Prem. No, he's got 21. Oh, 2020, sorry there, Callum. In the Prem. We are in Feb, and he has scored 21 goals. He's peaked this season. Brilliant. And Youssef, I love the rivals. The rivals as tears. Online Arsenal fans talking about the refs. You can imagine that, can't you? You know. And Edward says to Youssef, they always moan. They always moan. And as the Anfield says to Youssef, those rivals keep chirping. But we shall not be moved, lad. Look at all them bevies. I don't remember when I started supporting Liverpool, but boy, I picked the right side to support. Says the greatest copite ever, Callum. Well, we're all Scousers, and you either support one or the other. That's who you support, either one or the other. And I made up that I supported the ones in red. Me, little me, you know, little kid. Trigger. Good game against the informed team. Onwards we go. You'll never walk alone. Absolutely, Trigger, mate. Absolutely. Do you know what? I wish I could move. I'd say to you as well, do you fancy a pint? Do you fancy meeting up? But we will this season, or the end of it. When we're parading around in a big open top bus. With God knows on top. what we'll be showing. And the cop-out says we cherry-picked them. Certainly did. The Anfield. One outstanding note, I do believe if auditions go to that Kirkers is a contender for our club. Left-back succession. Really impressed with his aggression and ability on the ball. I agree there. But I know what you're saying, but I'd rather have that honestly, I'd rather have that in Cappy. But it's all opinions, because Nkappi can play two positions, but I know we won't get him. So I'm not going to mention him anymore. But my take on that. But that Kirkers is yes. And Coppite says, man of the match, Salah or Alisson? Youssef, Salah. The Anfield, King Mo. Dino. Happy birthday, Frank. The hardest of hard fought wins up the fucking grids. I never said that. It's see, everyone makes me swear. Everyone makes me swear. Dino, it's not my birthday. I should have gone. I didn't want to go on that Facebook. I'm being honest, simply because if I go on that, they'll know it's me, if you know what I mean. Because I got that and they lashed me off and I had to come up with that other name and a different birthday. It's not my birthday. And Callum says, hopefully Trent's injury ain't a long one. Yeah, shame that. But anyway, Snapey, that's one potentially very, very difficult fixture negotiated. Yes, it's only 3 points, but Iriola's got them bouncing. Boss result, another psychological hammer for our detractors. We are Liverpool. And a team that plays the Liverpool way. That's a great comment, and it is, a team that plays the Liverpool way. Lovely. Even the Anfield was impressed with Callum's comment. Convert the game in hand into actual points, and we're nearly there, lads, says Lee the Whiz Kid. Yes. And Callum says Robertson's best performance of the season today. Yeah, he was good, Robertson. He was good. That's who I've met though. The Anfield Road to Snapey. Very true. Tricky team, Bowman. They run with aggression. I'd say toughest game of our season, maybe after the Arsenal away. Yeah, so far. We'll just see how tomorrow goes, won't we, with City and Arsenal. Sleepy says, Defo, that Kirkers is a solid performer. And that's answering the Anfield. Robbo was great. His ball his ball for the one chance and all around defending. Yeah. Top of the league, baby, says the Red Bird. Please don't go, sorry. We need you, King. That should have been. We need you because you're our King. Absolutely. And Snapey says to the Anfield Road, Mo's second strike was sublime. Yeah, I agree there. I'm glad even I think Callum mentions Alisson for being, toss up between him and Mo for man of the match. Alisson stopping, though he is back to his best since the Anfield Road. Yeah. He was great, Ali, today. No problemos. And the Red Bird. Some idiot has just said on another channel there's been a drop a drop-off since Klopp left. What the fuck are they talking about? I'll take this so-called drop-off week in, week out. I don't, that's what I mean, you know, you get some fans, not on here, everyone, albeit, you know, we say things for the best for the club. It's just for the best for the club. And, but you get other fans, not on here. And it's just like what you said, a drop-off from Jürgen. Remember when we were talking the other night and we said about Jürgen and Sloot that he's left us a squad of players. Do you remember before Sloot came in and looking around for managers and whatever, we were looking at Xabi would have come, or that Amarim. You know, they were looking at, but Xabi was the main man to come to Liverpool. And then when he didn't come, when Amarim fucked up, people were saying, well, what about, and they remember Ange, the Tottenham manager. Just imagine if he was to come. But I was thinking this today, you know, when I was looking at them and where they are in the league, which is absolutely frightening for Tottenham fans and for Ange himself. I think, you know, I think anybody would have got, he would have been performing better with Liverpool than he is with Tottenham because of the squad. That's all I'm saying. But the way Salutes like tweaked a couple of things, especially Gravenberch, you know, that's off to him there. It's done wonderful. And the cop-out says, Redbeard, tell me the channel, please. Mary Stan. We got a bit of winning luck. Bournemouth made our lads work for it. We took too long to get into it, but the 3 points are what counts. And the Redbird says, nah, I'm not naming it because I don't want to give any views. No, that's right, you know, I think you've got some sort of decorum there, diplomacy by not naming, you know, the channel. That's good, that. That's good, that, Redbeard. Like that. Near Broderick. Jones was brilliant when he came on. Yes. 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 And people were calling him, you know, honestly, they always call him. And they forget, you know, that goal he scored against Chelsea when we beat them 2-1. That was a cracking goal, that. Try and watch it again on that YouTube thing. You see him, you know, I forget was it Mo who put the ball over? I forget he put the ball over. And you see him pointing where to put it. You see Curtis pointing where to put it. The ball went over, put it there. And it was a cracking goal against Chelsea, the winner. The umpire says to the Redbirds, what's the idiot? Why? I'm going, what idiot said that? Sorry, what idiot said that? The cop out, that Gravenberch saying today, get me some tissues. The umpire, question for me. Having this team now becoming a punch machine, do you agree our efficiency is an upgrade on the Klopp era? The thing is, you see, I understand about the efficiency. I really do. I understand about that. But when you get the squad the way it is, I think it would have been the same for you. We can't take anything away from Jürgen, you know. We cannot. And that they were his lads. And he was about to play. I said the season before last, you know, when the likes of Szoboszlai and McAllister came in, I said it'll take them time to gel. Next season will be the season that they gel. This season. And I think it's proven right. I think I'm proved right as well, because they gelled. But what makes it harder, which is what you're saying, the Anfield, is that he came in with a system and they had to get used to that system. And this is the beauty of it, getting used to a new system. And the system is working for them. And it's working for you and it's working for me. It's just brilliant what we're witnessing, to be honest. It really is. And the Redbird says, Murray, I said before the game it will be tough. What do points make? Yep, trophies. And Murray says, Kerkez looks fine going forward, but I would want to see how he defends on a consistent basis. But right through the season, people have been mentioning Kerkez, so he must be a good defender as well, Murray. You know, they've been talking, on the pods I do, all the lads that come on, saying about Kerkez, how good he is. So he must be a good defender as well, not just going forward. Neil Broderick, I thought we would have chanced McConnell today. He's strong enough now. No, you've got to keep the best. They were a tough side to go. A little pitch as well. Don't forget, a little compact pitch. They're used to playing on. That's why they beat, the main teams around us. But we combated that. Didn't we? We combated that. Combated everything. Everything that you see. Everything that you see in front of us. The red bed. Raw, I'm enjoying Slott's tactics. And now he's got the players playing. Not taking anything away from Klopp, but Slot is not gung-go. He's more patient. Do you know what? I think he'll change his tactics again next season. Another system, and it could be gung-go. And it'll let opponents, for 6. I really believe that. And Murray says to the Redbird, drop off, maybe in so much. That slower builds up into games tends to give opponents the initiative. Jürgen tended to make the lads start like it's stone. Right in the face is what you're saying. Right in the faces. And Callum says, we have dropped 7 points against Bournemouth in the last 10 seasons. We own this lot. We've owned a lot of teams this season, including Real Madrid. Slot style is not Klopp style. Both have different tactics, says the Redbird. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Tactics. Anyway, Snapey says, just my opinion, but Slot's pragmatism might well be more sustainable over the course of the season. Klopp's blitzkrieg style was physically demanding on players. Slots is less damaging. But he's always said, hasn't he, you know, like, it's to give them rest on the field. It's to give them rest, slow build-ups. And then he just hit you on the counter-attack. And Ian Mack. All right, boys, just in the Lion Tavern, Tyburn Street, having a celebratory pint. Brilliant win. Up the Reds. Yes. Enjoy your pint, Ian. Enjoy your pint, mate. Kirkus backed off and gave the room for Mo's second. Look, I'm not fucking interested in Kirkus. Honest, I'm talking about the Reds, you know. I'm not fucking talking about his defensive things, capabilities, you know. I'm talking about the Reds. Mary. I'm being funny when I say that, but this is about the Reds, not about fucking Kirkus. Slot constantly says that all he has done is tweak the quality that Jürgen left. Yeah, says Leader Wizkid. And Snapey says, Rafael Lorta Snape. Exactly, we seem to have a lot more energy throughout the full 90 now. Jürgen's energy was blasted at 60. Love both styles, but give Slotters. Yeah, you've got to. Look where we fucking are. And Colin says, love a stat, mate. And Mary says, can't afford to let the Blues get their tails up next week. No, they won well today, didn't they? 4-0. And Copite answers Mary, yep, they are flying. Need to be aggressive from them. And you know what happens when Moyes is their manager and the Blues come and play the Reds? It's just kick the Reds. That's what it is. That's what you'll fucking get next week. What did you think of Slub's games? I thought he was good. I thought he was all right. But we are Liverpool. We will beat the Blues like we always do. Fuck them. That's shit. And Redbeard said he was a bit off today, wasn't he? But still love his efforts. Yeah, you could go through the team and say, oh, well, he wasn't. I thought you've got Gravenberch, you've got McAllister, you've got Szoboszlai. You don't change that form. You don't change it. You don't change that midfield. He doesn't. And as Neil Broderick said before, when Curtis came on, he was good. And he was good. And it was fresh legs. The Redbird says, the only stats I love is when Liverpool keep winning. Yes. Neil McCain. Oh, yeah, Neil. All right, Frank. Great win today. In the Lion Tavern with my brother for a celebration pint. I told you Wednesday, smashed them. Says Neil McCain. Oh, yeah, Neil. Enjoy your pint with all your mates and Ian Mack, your kid. And Steve says, Blue Noses have the new manager bounce going on. Play ugly, horrible footy though. Yep, that's why they couldn't be fucking bothered, to be honest. Really couldn't be. And Steve would say, we smashed the Carrot team 3-4-0. If we win the league, how gratifying would it be to see Jürgen atop the bus on the trophy parade? Holland and Germany in total harmony, a true statement of European culture. Be even nicer with the number 7. He felt better. And Mary says, there was a nice interview by Lineker with Arnie Slot. It's on YouTube, where to watch. The only interviews I watch is, I'm being honest, but this is just me, is the, post-match, pre-match and post-match. She's getting the latest on injuries and things like that. Couldn't give a fuck about anything else. And Lee Whiskers says, yeah, I've seen that video. It's worth a watch, says Lee. And Redbeard to Mary, I saw that. It was a great interview, although I can't stand Lineker. It's one of the reasons I fucking won't watch it. And Steve says, Forest smoke Brighton 7-0. Wow. Just shows you, doesn't it? Forest got smashed last week. Came back, but look at the drop, because Everton beat Brighton, didn't he? And look at the drop that Brighton has shown in the last few games. Just dropped to nowhere. Like an ordinary side. And build Klopp a statue. Hey Frank, how buzzing are you around that win? We go 9 points clear. I'm having a beer right now to celebrate. So here's cheers to you and all the Reds around the world. Around the world. And I'm feeling, couldn't agree more, honestly. Imagine if we had owners who spent in windows. And you can go back to when we haven't won anything yet, but when we were winning, sounded like McManaman then, didn't it? Winning. When we were winning things, and we were saying, let's hope that we invest, and never invested, we would have won a lot more. I've said that all along. And you know what you say there? If we had owners who spent in the window, so right. And Neil says, by the time we get around to playing the Toffees, what's that? Ominum period will be over. Is that Moises? Ominum? Is that a thing? Is that a character of sorts? I don't know. Some Reds are not hitting that like, yeah. Come on, peeps. You can do better, yeah. No one likes. Come on and just look and don't like. Thanks anyway, Redbird. I don't care what country coaches come from, mate, as long as they respect our Liverpool ways. I'm off out. See you next time, Frank and chatters. Nice feeling, 9 points clear to celebrate. Yes. Have a good night. Enjoy the win. Our celebratory drinks where you are in Montenegro, and have a good night, Mary. The Liverpool Jabby. Good evening, Frank. Did you see Robbo was able to shut up his haters today? I thought he was fantastic defensively. Yeah, but I'm not being funny. I'm not fucking mad anyway. If we win the league, Klopp will be driving the bus, says the Red Bird. And Phil says, Klopp says he'll put his old seat back in. And Steve says, Frank, we could win 5 trophies this season. That is title, Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao, and next spend trophy. The next spend trophy. Do you mean the World Chess Trophy? Yeah. Either way, it would have been nice if Forest had had the guts to come out and play attacking footy against us. We'd have smashed them. That's what I mean about teams that are afraid of us. But give their Bournemouth the due today. They made a game of it. He went at us. And you says Slaughter's making Klopp look average. He hasn't won anything yet. Klopp's won a lot. What's he coming out with a fucking statement like that? Making him look average. Leave his kids, not the Forest away coward's way. It's their way, like their crap fans. Yeah. That's a good comment. And Steve says, if Arne wins the title or Champions League, FSG won't spend 10.5 million for another 3 years. Remember the fucking what I said about Thiago? They wouldn't spend for another 4 years for another midfielder. But you've got people in place saying, oh yeah, we're all right. Never forget Jürgen, he wouldn't say nothing, and the journals were going on about him, you need midfielders. I kept saying it, you kept saying it. And when he came out on the penultimate day and went, you were right, and I was wrong. He was saying, we're all right, but he was under fucker. He knew that the owners wouldn't spend. He knew that. And he came out and said that. And the Liverpool videos, is it just me, or does Trent look like he doesn't want to play? Did you see in the very first fucking few seconds? When, you know, normally we just hit the ball down, don't we, to the left when we kick off. But anyway, it just passed to him. And he tried to take it down that fella, didn't he? Lost it. They were on it in the first 10 fucking seconds. I was mad, that. Young Steve, exactly, mate. They'll do what they did after the Champions League win and Premier win. Absolutely nothing. That's about FSG and the transfer windows. The famous war chest. And Cody false 9. Today might have been Andy Robertson's best game of the season. Yeah, people are saying it. But he hasn't shown consistency in 18 months. That's me. That's my opinion. And he did have a good game today. He's fighting for his place. That's what he's doing till the end of the season. That's what he's doing, to be honest, Paul. Cody. And Paul says, good evening, Frank. Oh, no. Great result, tough going. Yes, it was tough. It was tough. You knew that because you sent me a message, didn't you? And Steve says to the Wids kid, if Forest attacked us, they get smashed 5, 6, 7, 1. They know their limits against us. Everyone. It's all cup finals to them. And Steve says to the Anfield, FSG will sign 3 kids for under 20 if we win the title or Champions League. Do you know what makes me even happier though, says the Anfield though? All these others spending millions and are miles behind. We've spent 12 million and our miles clear. Excuse me. Been up since 5 o'clock. Knackered. Steve says, we won today. We took our chances. Bournemouth did not. When they hit the bar, you know. Well, that's why we are top of the table. And he carries on by saying, Arm wins the title or the Champions League. It's still Klopp's team. With Arm slight tactical changes. A lot of teams are reluctant to play an expansive football against us. Anyone who understands the game can see the potential pitfalls opening up against us. Kudos to those who do, though. It's entertaining, says the Snaky. The Anfield. I did laugh when I see Richard Hughes there today. He was saying, I've brought the contracts, but apparently his pen had run out of ink again. Richard fucking Hughes. What was said? He said it. Yeah, when I was listening to Klopp's interview yesterday, you know the press conference. Pre-match press conference, and someone asked him whatever, and he said, "Oh yes, Richard, he calls him. You know, he's doing a fine job," and I'm looking at him going, "What's he fucking done?" What's he done? Funny that we've seen Hughes at Bournemouth more than we've seen him at Anfield. Like, he's never left. He hasn't. He's at Bournemouth and we're paying his fucking wages, looks like. The Wiz kid said that, by the way. Raw thought I'd seen a ghost when they showed you, says the cop. It was a cardboard cutout. And Steve says Robbo should have been sold in the summer of 2022. I wouldn't argue with that. Lee Wizkid, says the Anfield Road. Very true. This fella has a lot of angry fans to convince. There you go. And Edward Raw, it's because of the squad Klopp built. And the Raw says, Edward, it is what a man. It is what a man Klopp is. Steve says, we kept Bournemouth danger, man. Quiet today. And only chance he had, he missed. Yep. And the black and white boy. Not pretty, but another step towards number 20. Yep. And Paul says, Allison has a good day. He did, he certainly did. But I think when you're giving out, who's man of the match, it's got to be Mo. 2 goals, 1 a penalty, and the other, a Carlyle. Fucking hell. Jürgen said to me, says the cup. And Eustace says, we need some more rotation with Salah. He looks gassed. I'm glad it wasn't rotation today. He wasn't playing. So you're right, though. It's his rotation. That's what it's all about. But we haven't got the fucking things to replace them. This is why we need quality players and depth. And Toby Brewster bought some great players at Bournemouth. Can't wait for the summer work. Why can't they fucking do it there in this summer? Tubby. Why couldn't he do it this winter? We still need players, We've got a lot of fucking games to play. And you says he still gets his numbers, but there is still a long way to go. Of course there is. Of course there is. And Steve says we need Bob, Fagan, Kenny, Stevie, Klopp statues outside our stadium. You won't get Fagans. I don't know. I agree with Bob, though. Bob statue for Bob. Stevie won't get one, unfortunately. And Kenny. His name's a stand after Kenny, so that's it. And fucking Gates. Gates after the greatest manager, trophy manager we've ever had. Bob Paisley. Gates. Like the Shankly Gates. But Bob Paisley, there's a statue there, he's carrying off Emlyn Hughes, isn't he? So will that suffice? And Coppite says, for me, if we beat City away, that's when the title is won. Not mathematically, but that's nearly every hard away game done by them. Yeah. You're right. You're right, Coppite. And Steve says, Arteta ready to bid. Ready to bid 75 million for Chris Woods. Madness. And Black and White Boy says, dare I say it, come on City tomorrow. On the topic of Klopp's players, two drivers can drive the same vehicle and have totally different driving styles. Believe me, it's the smoothest drivers who win most races. I'm sorry about this fucking thing again. It really pisses me off. So itchy all the time. Cody. Arne Slot says he pushed out Ryan Gravenberch further, wide right, out of possession because Milos Kerkez is so dangerous. Good point though. We have our fixture pile up and coming, says Steve. We're going to fall short again unless we are very, very, very lucky with injuries and fatigue. This is why they're saying about buying players. So tired, you know. I'm tired. And Snapey says, Billy Little should get a statue. He won't. He won't stay. And Leo the Wizkid, yeah, the Bob statue is doubly nice because Emlyn is part of it. Hey Frank, says to Liverpool, do you honestly, that was a pen on Gapgo? I honestly think he tripped himself. I didn't see any contact, but we'll take it. But he didn't clip his heel. And then he started to, and then he just dropped. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, lads, about the video says, the Liverpool videos, about the penalty should it have been given? But they did check it, you know, and they said it was a penalty. Maybe it was an appeasement for us to stop moaning at them. Coppite Keller. Pig Mo, that is. We could play Wigan away, Villa away on the 19th of February if we beat Spurs and go through. Steve says City win 3-1 tomorrow. And as the Coppite says, you know, we could play Villa away on the 19th of February. if we beat Spurs and go through. And Eustace says, I don't think we beat Spurs if we don't treat like a child. I'm sorry, I'm so fucking tired. Seems over there. I don't think we beat Spurs if we don't treat it like a final and manage plays the weeks before. I don't care about the cup, but can have progress. I think Spurs are done for, you know. They kept hands in, and yet Spurs were not that bad in the league under Pochettino, nor dare I say Mourinho, and yet they kept him there. Must be something about him. And you says, I don't think we beat Spurs if we don't treat it like a final and manage players the weeks before. I don't care about the cup, but can have and progress. I know I read that out, but I would have pushed out John to deal with Kirkheads, says Steve. Steve, rumours are FSG to announce Virgil Salah have signed new deals on Monday. Then turn around and say they're like two new players. That's what will finish them off saying. I keep saying it's Slut's team. Some people say without Shank's Klopp wouldn't have. I'm so fucking tired, people. Fall asleep. I have to finish. Just give me a minute. I'm exhausted. As I said, I had about 2 hours sleep after that. I was up at 5. Right, let's see this again. But I keep saying it's Slot's team. Why don't people say without Shanks, Klopp wouldn't have won what he did? Which is true. But I don't have to hear it. And no, I'm not dizzying. Mr. Klopp, he worked miracles. Known as the miracle man, wasn't he? With a very stringent pace. And Lucio says, Bradley looked very sharp coming off the bench. I'd rather start him at right back on Thursday night in our big semi-final game. Could do. That's a good shot, actually. Liverpool vid. The Bournemouth crowd may be the most daft bunch I've ever witnessed. Complains about literally everything. Yeah, about the penalty as well, wasn't it? Redbird says, I think a Bournemouth player was fouled during the build-up to the penalty. But we are due some luck after the corrupt officials robbed us. Yeah, they did. That high kick on McAllister against City, last minute or so, that would have won us the game. Shock. That's not where I am. The Redbird says after he just said that one, but it was a pen though. Of course it was a pen. No bias there. It was a pen, clear. Yeah. Of course it was. And Sneapy says it was a penalty. It was given and subsequently converted. Let's be fair, Doku's karate kick on McAllister, yeah, last season was a spot kick all day. If Gap goes was a soft one, then fuck it. Frank, I'm so sorry to hear you're tired, says Cody Falsline. Please have a rest and drink on us to celebrate us being 9 points clear. You never walk alone. Yeah, I was really going there. I was really going. Leader is. Now we've got to the semis of the Carabao. We may as well go on and win it. The FA Cup is the disposable one for me. Yeah. The only domestic cup I'm interested in is the title every season. Not interested in anything else. Unless we're going after the quad. But when we go after quads, you know, we seem to fall down because of lack of investment. Every season. We've gone after 2 quads, nearly achieved them, with just a matter of games to go. Just fell apart, ran out of steam, as they say. And they just couldn't get moving again, if you know me. They were just shutting along and stopping. And the Red Bear, Frank, get off. You're tired, mate. We'll be here next time. Thank you. Snaky, have an alien, Frank, lad. You're doing too much, mate. You'll not be thought of any worse. Thank you. And the Anfield. Frank, end the show if you're rough, lad. I'm not rough. As I said, I was up. I don't think he even had 2 hours. I'm having terrible sleep problems. Terrible sleep. Do you know what it is? It's the condition I'm in. The condition I'm in. You know, when you see me do that, I'm itching all the time. It's horrible. It really is bad. No, you might tell I'll just itch it, but it's one of those. And you know what? It's not on my body, you know, it's just around my head. It's around my head. I've got this thing, unfortunately, that's just come out on me a couple of years ago. And it's everywhere. It's on my head, face, stupid head. Honestly, it's terrible. Don't get me wrong, I never want us to lose, says Lee the Whisker to the Redbird. Just of the four, it's the Prem, European Cup, then the other two in that particular order, yeah. And the Redbird says, not long ago, people were slating young brothers. Yep. See, if anyone's got big Virgil around, they look world class. That's how pivotal Virgil van Dijk is to any team, any Liverpool team. He's incredible. He's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Let's be hypothetical. If he doesn't sign a contract and he goes, he'll be very, very hard to replace. Very hard. And that's the point. Imagine it. Just imagine it. And I'm being honest, just being honest, we won't be as forceful, especially at the back, as we can be if he goes. And loads of teams and their fans have been made up. He goes. And Mo Salah, hasn't signed a contract, you know. Just imagine them two gone. And Steve says, why FSG? Edwards turned down the 70 million euros offer from the Saudis for Nunes. For Nunes is mind-blowing. Bradley reminds me of Gerrard in aggressiveness and bullish type tackles, says Callum. That's a good one. Wizzy, there's no guarantee we win the league if we drop cups. Drop the cups. Winning breeds winning. That's all I'm saying, says the Redbird. And Steve says, Virgil stepped forward, played Kirkers offside before he crossed the ball for Brooks to score. Class defending, thinking that. Frank Lawton, me mate. Penalty given by the ref and VAR. What the F is the problem? No problem. No problems. Anyone moaning about it? Someone said, do you think it was a penalty? Yeah, we all said, yeah, penalty. And Steve says, Frank, you need a hot chocolate with some brandy. I know what I do need. And you says, Virgin improved during the season for me, reaching new heights. To be honest, Juiced, he's always reached the heights. He's been incredible for us. And he'll keep on being incredible for us. He'll keep on being incredible. I think he's the best centre-half we've ever had. Better than Anson. Better than going back to Big Ron Yates. Going back to everyone. Them all. The old kit and caboodle of them. Sammy Upia. Big Sammy was great for us. No better than him. And the cop-out says, lads, we still haven't played anyone. seen a mate. No, I don't mean drop one so we win the others. I'm just being realistic about winning all four, as Frank is saying. As I type this, says Lee the Biscuit. And Steve says, the first squad challenge may wear two quality. Yeah, the first squad challenge we wear two quality signings in the jam window from winning it. Yes, I'd say that as well. I said it at the time. FSG failed us again. Yes, of course they did. They always do. And Cody, yeah, Frank, we will support you no matter what. We only want the best for you because you give back so much to us with your amazing show. Oh, thanks you, Cody. And the item fatties. All right, John. Pew. Pew. Do you know what? Hey, Frank, I'm actually going to the doctors this week. I've got to make an appointment for what are they, MIR or whatever those things are as well. What are they? And then I've got to go to this is for physio on my left hand side. Physio to get strength back. Because when I broke my neck, the what you call them? Who are they? The neurosurgeon. He said progressively you're going to go worse as you get older down your left hand side. Now you know, Frank, how active I was. I'm a very pale shadow of myself, unfortunately. Then this thing come out on me, the net. Not. And the videos. Frank, have you thought about taking sleeping meds to make sure you get a full night's sleep, like 8 hours? I do that when I feel too much anxiety to make sure I get proper sleep and can work. Do you know what? I don't like taking. I've got to take meds, to be honest. But I don't like taking other meds. I don't take painkillers or not. I don't take them. And I've got very strong painkillers there. I don't like taking any sort of pills or anything. Because I do have to take other medication. I've got it there. Get it every month. Got to take it. I don't like taking. But yeah, you know, thanks for that. Thanks for saying something. Steve says, Frank, rub some baby oil around your head. Stops the irritate. You're coming out with a P. Diddy thing there. Do you know what? I was watching something and it was on YouTube, strangely enough. And they were two dermatologist fellas. And they came on, they said something. Say, I've got ointment there for this. And when I put it on, I have to have it refrigerated. It's fucking freezing. But when I put it on, it's the most irritable thing that you can put on because it itches and it burns at the same time. You can't rub it a lot because if it gets on your thing, it's poisonous. Fucking hell. It's poisonous, this stuff. It's shocking. God, it's shocking. And I'm in there tagging. And don't forget, I have to put it from around here. I said, down. Right over. It's horrible to put it. But these two dermatologists said, you know, put this on. And it gets rid of all the dry skin and everything. Because this thing I've got, everybody's got it, everybody. You have, everybody, and it's under the skin. But unfortunately, as this dermatologist said, it's come out on me. You're one of the most unfortunate ones. And it's flake, dead skin. So I'm going to use this thing. I got it yesterday when Francine took me shot. But I can't use it in my scalp, unfortunately. I might do, actually. Fucking hell, I'd like you to look at me if I use it on my head. And Frank says, keep well, Frank. See the doctor this week and get that itch sorted. Cheers, Frank. Frank's an entertainer. It's good as well. And Steve says, Frank, if you want, needs a good night's sleep, drink some Hennessy and have a smoke of a nice top quality 6-sheeter. You will sleep like a bit. And the Liverpool, yeah, Steve, Frank, you should get some, what's that, argan oil from Morocco. I rub it on my tummy to help sleep and makes me feel safe and warm before sleep. That's mad, that, isn't it? It's like old wives' tale things, isn't it? Well, I just want to show you this, lads. I don't know how you're still getting on. But there it is. That's yours. Just upside down. Sorry there. There it is. Great price though. Great price though. And it's IP, is it? I don't know what it's fucking called. A lot of money though. And that's for all you kind people. I wish I could give every one of you one. Watch that is. Watch. Can't just be me. What feels if Van Dijk goes, we can see double that we do. You're right there. You're right, lad. I said that before. I said it before. Said it before. Frank, FSG have already made replacements for Becker, Trent, Virgil, sorry. They are Georgie, Bradley, and Chiesa. Quansah, not good enough. No. Who's Georgie? Georgie, eh? Bradley's good. I like Bradley. Chiesa. Was he there? Where was he today? was up there. And the copite says, if he goes, we'll just be like the 13-14 Liverpool. And Leader Wizkid was talking to Steve. The team knew what was going on in Paris. Was it being hard for them to ignore that? Yet, he's still pissed off. Pissed all over the Madrid, who were lucky that their keeper played out of their skin. Yeah. And Paul says, just got in. I thought we were average today. But we got over the line. That's the main thing, Paul. We got over the line. And Leader Wizkid says, which doesn't alter what you said about the owners. Nothing at all alters. I've just seen someone here. I'm bringing them on. Winning, playing okay, signs of a good team. And that's Steve to Paul Owie. And Tubby the Brewster says, yous must have been scouting for players today. Or was he on he's still on holiday down at Bournemouth. And I'm bringing on the great man himself. There he is. Georgie Scott. There he is.
Hey up, Frank. Sorry I'm a bit late tonight. I've been out, just got in now.
George, can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Hello?
You're on mute. You're on mute. Unmute yourself. No.
I'll come back on, Frank. I'll see what I can do. I'll try and fix it. Hang on. The mute button's actually okay here.
No, can't hear you, honestly. No.
Right, I'll come back in later. Okay, 5 minutes.
Okay, George. He's going to try and get back on. Anyway, Lucio Magic says, hey, Frank, did you hear the two players Sloot was most surprised since taking over? No. Who was it? Was it Mo and Virgil? I don't know. I think he's surprised at every fucking one of them, to be honest. He never has a clue about Liverpool. Never has a clue about the city. Never has a clue about us. Knew nothing about us. And I'm talking about Liverpool. So it's every other player, in my opinion. He should have been told, Anyway, we were poor today, and a soft penalty set us up, says Paul Owen. Well, yeah, I don't think it was a penalty. Let's see if George is quick now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? I'll have to leave it then, Frank, because it's just okay. It's on mute.
George, stay there. Stay there. I'll get hold of Jason. And Jason might be able to get your voice, okay?
Okay.
So I'll just text him. And I'll just say now, I've sent him a message. All
Okay,
right.
I'll hang on. You carry on.
Sent him a message, see if he get back to me, George. So stay with us, please. Stay with us, because I want your opinion on everything today. Everything. And Steve says to Tubby, use was scouting. That is Trent, Virgil and Sally. For Bournemouth. I like that. Lucio Magic says, then he also said Gravenberch that that surprised him most in terms of the levels he's risen. Oh, do you mean like this season? Yeah. Since he's, yeah, okay. Okay, I'm sorry there. I misunderstood. I thought you said when he first came. Don't know. Yeah, he's asking. I don't know where the fuck that is. A minute, George, I'm sorry. He's picking his daughter up at the moment, he said.
I'll try later, Frank.
Check volume level button right by the clock. What fucking clock?
Safari.
Right by the clock. Is that down there? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, Frank.
He's saying about a clock. Check the levels. I haven't a fucking clue where the clock is. I'm sorry. Can't find it. Oh, I see.
Carry on, Frank.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine, somebody. George, are you there? Can you say something?
Yeah, hello. Yeah.
See you there, you know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hear me?
He said so. Yeah, I can hear you, yeah. Loud and clear.
I don't know what happened there then, Frank. I'm sorry about that.
No, what it was, it wasn't my fault. And Jason said...
Anyway, looks like it's okay now.
To check, no, and I was wondering where the clock was, and I've just seen it there. So I checked the levels, and you're okay.
But I was just saying I got in a bit late, so I'm sorry I'm a bit late coming on, but I'm
No,
absolutely buzzing because it was, to win at the end. I was so worried about the last, before Salah got his goal. I'll tell you what, Mo Salah, I mean, we've watched everybody, Frank, since little. He's got to be right up there, hasn't he? He's got to be right up at the top. He didn't have pullers out today with that wonderful goal. Dear me. It was a tough game. We knew it would be because Bournemouth had been beating everybody. And they gave us a right hard game today. But I did think we stuck with it well. When Curtis came on, I thought he played really well. Alisson had vital moments. And I just think the boys pulled it out. I'm ecstatic.
Well, put it this way, this is what the lads have been saying as well. We were poor. Others were saying we were average. But it's the 3 points that, that's a champion. That's a championship side.
Well, that's right. You find a way to win. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's as simple as that. You can't be fantastic going forwards all every week. You do have things.
Well, looking at the stats, Frank, we had more shots than them, funny enough. We had 16 shots to their 10. So it wasn't that, wasn't that much in it, to be honest, and we won the game 2-0.
Exactly. And that goal, as you said, by Mo.
Wonderful. Unbelievable. You know, he's such a fantastic footballer. He really is.
Yes. Copite says that John Duran from Villa went to Saudi for 75 million. Why can't we have Saul Nunes for that 75 million and bought Duran?
Well, he's probably getting 75 million himself a week.
A week. Steve says, too late, mate. We are the best team by far. After resting everyone, we were ported then. Frank, thank you, mate. Love you back. You know that. You know that.
Oh, Francis. I know Francis, yeah.
Do you know him? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, through Facebook, you know.
Great entertainer, you know.
The musician, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. He's a big red.
Yeah, huge. Huge.
And I love his political views as well. He's one of us with his political
Yeah, he's right
views.
on, yeah. He doesn't hold back.
I think so, I'll have to send Jay a message. Only thing that I thank Pep Linders for is Gravenberg sensational today. What a player. Player of the year by mile. I think that's Darryl saying that Gravenberg is player of the year.
I wouldn't disagree with that. He's fantastic.
Yeah. But
most improved player by a mile.
You can't go past Mo Salah. No one can go past it.
No, you've got to get that contract. You've got to get that contract done. Come on, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, that's what I've just been saying. I don't know about you, George, but the way Gravenberg, the way Virgil, he just organises that defence.
Yeah.
And to me, you know, he's an unbelievable player. He's an unbelievable defender. He's an unbelievable captain as well.
Captain,
I think
yeah.
He's a great
top captain, yeah.
And I think he's him and Mo. I said before, we wouldn't be if Mo and Virgil wasn't there like this season. All of a sudden they were sold, and we didn't know anything about it. You know, they were being sold and went. We wouldn't be where we are today.
No, we wouldn't. It's obvious. It's obvious with the amount of goals Salah scored and assists, and the way Virgil's marshaled the defence, the way he talks to his colleagues, settles them down, congratulates them. You know, he's a real captain. He seems to have got better and better, as far as I'm concerned. So, you know, they need to get contracts done for them too, definitely. Yeah. What happens to Trent, we don't know. But, I mean, them two, definitely. And Bradley did well when he came on, to be honest.
Oh, do you know what? I'm sorry that Jason's pulled over because he's picking up his girl.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry about that. Look, I'm going to ring him. I'll have to ring him. So, George, can you talk and I'll pay myself?
Yeah, sure. I can't read it. I can't get the message.
No. I'll give you this. I'll give you this thing here. And it's Steve who says he's talking to Paul Owen. I would like Arm to rest the complete attack one game, then rest the midfield and then defenders following games. Resting all the main players. We play poorly next.
Well, it's a difficult one. I think that's one of the things a manager has to think about and think about carefully. Who he rests, who he plays, how many people need game time, need resting. I mean, he rested. He left Chiesa out today because he played 90 minutes. Jota didn't have to come on today because he was about to come on, I think, and when we scored the second goal, he continued to be rested, which is good. So he should be 100% ready to come on or play in the derby. You know, it's a good point, Steve, you know, to be honest, you know. But again, it's what the manager gets paid for. He's got to make these decisions. Good thing this season is, to me anyway, we got a pretty strong bench. we've got a good, strong bench in almost every game. Somebody comes on and makes a difference. Substitutes, whether it's, Curtis today, whether it was Jota and Tsimikas against Forest. Almost every substitution that Slot's made seems to have worked in our advantage, seems to have got us out of a hole. But one of the lads in the chat was saying that we played poorly today. I wouldn't go as far as to say that, to be honest. I think it wasn't our best performance, but it was a performance that needed to be done. It was a fighting performance, and I was, to be honest, listening to it on the radio. So maybe I haven't got the same sort of view as some of the lads that might have saw it in vision. But on radio, it was quite exciting and quite nerve-wracking. And it seemed Liverpool had a fair bit of the play, although they did miss 2 quite good chances from what I could hear in the second half. But so did we. And at the end of the day, that team's beaten Newcastle. They've beaten all the top teams, beat Arsenal. So we come out of there with 2-0. That's a statement. It's a statement for the club and for the fans. So we're on to Goodison now on Wednesday with their tails up. I know they had a good win today, so they'll be a bit cocky. But, we need to get there and make it a real proper derby. Come out of there with 3 points and we're sailing high.
Well, we see how tomorrow goes with City and Arsenal.
Exactly. That could be huge for us if they win.
And I tell you what, if they beat Arsenal, for example, which I think they will, by the way.
Every chance, yeah.
I think they will. And then we're 9 points clear. We'll have a game in hand. Don't forget.
That's incredible, really. We can do that, yeah. Yeah, if we beat Everton, yeah. The big game's going to be City at the Etihad, I think, as well.
Yeah, that's it. Do you know what? Someone put up once, not on here, and said the biggest game so far, will be today. And I said, no. I said, the biggest game is City. That's the biggest game. And Arsenal down here. But what I did say at the end is, but when you look at it, every game's the biggest game.
It is.
And that was before today, before we...
That's the pressure of winning the Premier League. You've got to win every game, which we're doing at the moment, apart from one.
Yeah. And Chubby says he was on the bench for the Villa. Is he that good? Who's this? I don't know. Sorry, there, so I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, Copite says, I'm finally getting over the passing of my dad, starting to see the golden sky again. Up the Reds. Love you, Frank and Georgie. Great people. Thank you, Copite.
Yeah. Well, may rest in peace. That's lovely.
It's sad when you lose someone, especially
such a close relationship
with
your
dad.
Yeah, it's sad that. It really is.
But you're all right, Callum. With us, you're all right, lad. And Lucho says, it's good to see you, George. You'll never walk alone.
Yeah, and you, Lucho.
And Lee says, hi, George. We can hear you, mate.
Don't tell my wife.
Lucho. I can hear you, George. Everyone can hear you. Great, isn't it?
Yeah. Wonders of modern technology, yeah.
See, even Paul says, Paul Owen, George is loud and clear. Everyone's saying we can hear you, Trigger.
Yeah.
Steve.
You couldn't.
I couldn't hear you. I must have. And as Trigger said, turn your hearing aids off, Frank. That's so bad. Blimey.
You didn't. Don't language.
Couldn't hear you. It's shocking. Yeah, Paul Owen. Oh, look at that, the red bird. May your dad rest in peace, Callum. That's lovely.
Yes.
You see how these lads are.
Well done. Very caring, aren't they? And quite right, too. All fans together, aren't we?
And Paul says, it was a soft penalty. And we would have been moaning if it was given against us.
Yeah, but all I'll say is, if you look over the season, how many decisions have been given against us? The weren't penalties or weren't. I mean, it all evens up, one would hope. He's right, though. I think it probably wasn't a penalty from what I heard. Didn't see it.
Can you see it now?
I was listening to it on the radio, Frank, because it's not on national, it's not on Sky, it's not on Prime. I don't know why people get to watch it. They must have these.
Yeah, you could have come down to me. You could have come down to me.
I could have done, yeah. As I say, we haven't got any of these. We've got Sky, got TNT, we've got Prime, but we haven't got Fire Stick or streaming. So I just had. It's exciting on the radio. What LFC TV commentary? Steve Hunter, very good.
Oh, he's great, Steve.
Him and Phil Thompson, brilliant.
Well, I tell you what, though, I couldn't listen to it on the radio. I really couldn't.
It's nerve-wracking, Frank.
It's nerve-wracking, I know. God blimey, I've got to take it. I'm like yourself, George. I've got to take it easy.
I had to leave the room.
Exactly.
I went for 150 minutes to go.
Our Dutch friend here, he says, George looks like he played. Still looks like a handsome athlete. Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm doing all right. Thank you.
But the Redbird says, which is quite right, overall, we deserved the 3 points.
Well, that's what I was saying. Yes, I was saying we had more shots than them. The commentary was quite pro-Liverpool. I mean, except for that Tavernier miss. He missed the one. Apparently, it was an open goal. And then they hit the crossbar, and Ali made a couple of good saves. So, yeah, probably deserve to shade it.
These are mad, these people, and our Steve says, condolences to you and your family, Callum. And Steve said, Frank, we can hear George. And Paul says, I think Frank is the only one who can hear George. And get on to this, what Trigger says. The clock's in the kitchen, Frank. When I was looking for the clock, in
the kitchen.
Says, no, yeah, I would be able to hear what George is saying, whatever. I can't lip read or anything. That's where I had to. Anyway, it's all done now. Crazy. Right, just a gentle reminder that Alisson Becker is the best goalkeeper on the planet. He was great today.
Yeah.
He was great today.
I'm looking forward to seeing that tonight on Match of the Day. Leader
WizKid says, did you get lost again, George?
Yeah, I was out on the razzle. The razzle-dazzle.
And the Virgil said Gravenberch is world class.
Yeah, he is. He is, without a doubt. Easily. Probably the best in the world.
And the cop-out says Salah, Van Dijk, Grav, Gakpo, top 4 players for me this season.
Yeah, I agree. Gakpo's got lots of goals and assists.
Yeah. Edward says, hello, George.
Hello, Edward.
And Steve says to Darryl, FSG shall Gravenberch to Madrid by 2027.
Cheer up, Steve.
Let me cheer up everybody. Mo Salah has 21 away goals this season. The
Amazing.
Most in a single season by any player in history in 21 away. That's incredible.
15 games to go.
Yeah.
He's got 15 games to go.
And do you remember, George, when we were saying, what other people were saying, not on this pod or other pods, for the last 2, get rid of Mo Salah, get rid of him. Even the beginning of this season, get rid of him.
It's
get
insanity.
rid of Mo Salah. And that was pathetic. I don't think they know anything about football, to be honest.
You could get 40 goals this season.
Yeah. And as Callum says, Salah, 21 goals, 13 assists in the Premiership.
It's fabulous, isn't it? 21, 34.
13 assists. Besides his goals. George, we beat Bournemouth in the second gear. We smashed Carr's team in the fourth. We'd smashed Carr's team in the fourth gear.
Yeah, that would be the Blues, eh?
Yeah.
Hopefully we will.
Yeah, I think we'll beat that.
They had a good win today, but I mean, fair play to them.
And as Youssef says, relentless pressure on the Arsenal tomorrow against City. Failed to win, and it could be title over, in my opinion. What's your
Certainly
take on
a step in the right direction. Long way to go. It's a funny game, isn't it, Frank? Look, 7-0. Notts Forest beat Brighton today. Who'd have forecast that?
We mentioned that before. And as I said about Brighton, they were riding high until a couple of weeks ago, and all of a sudden, like a brick.
Funny game.
Paul always says, George, we were the better team, but Bournemouth had some good chances. That's what he said.
Yeah, I believe so. And you would expect that though, Paul, because they've been performing fantastic. I mean, I haven't heard of half of their players. I've heard of Kerkez, I've heard of Tavernier, and the lad, the guy whose father played for France.
Semio.
About 4 or 5 of them I've heard of, but they seem to have brought these lads in under the radar, and there's some talented players in that team.
That what's his name? Hoots. I don't know what his fucking name is, but anyway, Hoots. Their left back, I think. Is it the Kerkez? No, Hoots. What's his bloody name? Hui. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. He's only a young fella, you know. Even the lads on here, you know, a couple of times have said, you want to go after him, he's good and all this. I don't know.
I'd call Christie's a good player as well.
Yeah. The Coppites. Everton away potentially, Villa away, then City away. We win them 3. We defo win it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Win them 3.
We beat Everton 2 or 3-0, says Steve. How many players will they injure of ours? And that's what they do. They're a clogging. You know, if there's any Blues listening in or whatever, it's just my opinion. They are a clogging side.
Yeah, it'll be a fireball.
Results.
A real fireball on Wednesday, because the Goodison crowd will be right up for it when Moyes there. So, you know, we're going to have to be 100% on the game. But a better team than them by a mile.
Wow. It's a chasm.
Yeah.
From the level.
Well, derbies are different, Frank, aren't they? Anything can happen, you know.
Yep.
Need a bit of luck.
The Redbird says, I'm going for a draw tomorrow. You know, that's City and Arsenal.
Yeah.
City and Arsenal. And Youssef, Everton away and City away are our 2 biggest fixtures. Everton took luck on the up now. Moyes is there.
Yeah, they might not be as desperate as they would have been if they hadn't won.
Yeah. What do you think Salah needs to win this season to win the Ballon d'Or, says Liverpool videos? Less biasness, that's all I can say. Less biasness against Mo Salah.
Yes. Just keep doing what he's doing.
He's an incredible player.
Yeah.
Snapey says, Man City are beating Arsenal tomorrow. I'll say it again. Arteta's bunch are psychologically flawed.
Well, City will be up for it, won't they?
And Jan says, pressure on Arsenal. It's over. That's what he said. If they get
no, not over till the fat lady sings, I'm afraid.
Be over for them. I think
For them, yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I don't like Arsenal. I don't know. I must admit. Arteta's not a good manager.
As the Redbird says about that pen, soft or hard, a pen is a pen, and in my opinion, it was a pen.
Yeah, it was a pen. It was given.
Yeah.
It wasn't overturned.
Talk about soft pens or other pens, but I've said, we, especially on Darwin, he was brought down a few times, even in the Champions League, and clattered and nothing. Mo's brought down as well. Mo's been brought down and not got a penalty. It's, they just played on and,
Well, yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Yeah.
So, everything balances out itself.
There are more bad decisions against us than have gone for us, put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. And the cop-out says, Callum, George, if you have an Android, I can give you an app to beat the blackout, and it's live football.
No, I've got an Apple smartphone. An Apple. I haven't got an Android.
He's talking about an app. Android. I have an Android. It's doesn't matter.
Probably an Android phone, yeah. I haven't got one of them. Unfortunately.
We're in the same boat, George. We haven't a clue about IT. We just like to turn the telly on and the match comes on, and it's simple.
Yeah, my mate's got one of these Fire Sticks. He shouldn't have them. They're not legal. You stick in the side of the television and you can get everything. I wouldn't go near that. I wouldn't want to knock on the door, Frank.
Exactly. But you know what, George? Do you know what? You're saying I watch Match of the Day. So I can't get Match of the Day. Do you know that?
Okay.
Not that I watch BBC, because what it is, I've got put passwords in and I pay a license just through direct debit. And just a license every year I paid.
Yeah, but you don't need Match of the Day because it's on Sky anyway. All the goals are on Sky after 5:30 or 5:15. You can watch them all.
Yeah, I know that. I'll see you now. I'll be able to watch it tonight on LFC TV. If I'm over, I don't think it'll be a week though.
That's right.
Yeah, Steve says they will never give the Ballon d'Or to Salah. Not for footballing reasons, for other reasons. That's a good point. That's more.
I don't understand that. I don't know why. The best player should get it.
And Edward says it used to be good on Radio City with Aldridge.
Yeah.
As I said, I couldn't listen to it on the radio. It's horrible. Used to do it in the 70s and 80s and 90s, before all this. And, you never got a ticket or, they were playing away. And, the stress.
LFC TV commentary, Steve Hunter was on with Phil Thompson, and they were brilliant. But it's very stressful. And
John says to Copeye Callum, what's the app called, mate? What's the app called? I watch the games with foreign commentary. They are much better than our bias. I think Redbirds, you're so right. Yeah. You're so right. You're so right.
I sometimes watch it with no commentary.
He's given the thing anyway. It wasn't a great watch today, but we are one game closer to the title, says Paul Owen. Yes, Paul, we are. Every game. Every game.
Every win.
Every win. Simple as that. And Redbird says, the question is, can you hear us, Stuart?
I can see what you're saying on the screen, but I can't hear you. Frank probably can hear you, I don't know.
I can't hear him, was that?
Go for a hearing test next week.
I Me and you are going to doctors anyway. You're going for one thing, I'm going for another. And Snapey says, in possession, we are much more composed. Overall, the better team won. And it's as simple as that.
Good
And
man,
we were
Snake.
the
I
better
agree with
side.
you from what I heard. Yeah. 2-0's pretty good.
And Copite says, George is now Shankly's found boy. Now he found his audio.
I think my audio was working okay.
What do you think of what Darrell says here? Salah will score 30 Premier goals this season. Easy. And he is on for 50 goals and assists. That's crazy. You know, between the pair of them, combining.
I think he'll score more than that, Darryl, because he's already got 21.
Yeah.
15 games left. If he only gets one every game, unbelievable.
Trigger says, remember all this nonsense 188-minute winners Manchester United used to get with the watch tapper Fergie and win titles. A win's a win, no matter what.
Absolutely right. It's all it counts. It's all it counts at the end of the day. 3 points.
That's all that matters, George. And Leader Whiz Kids, if the only thing any of us have in common is loving Liverpool Football Club, that's enough for me to hold on. To hold on, and I regard the people who don't. It's a good start. And at the very least, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, right.
Yeah.
Everton will be tough, but can beat them. They're all loving boys. It's a big loving, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Honeymoons come to an end, especially with managers.
Yeah.
Especially with managers. Arsenal are psychologically flawed, says Stephen Snape. Man City beating them tomorrow. Best Arsenal will do is a draw. I think they'll get beat, honestly. I think City will beat them.
Yeah.
Because City is starting to come into the...
Oh, that Marmoush, he's a good striker.
Yeah.
Savinho. Foden.
The Copite says Edwards is Edson and Eds. I think the Blues are more vulnerable now. Moyes is there. They are going to be more open. That's what he's saying. With Moyes there, more open. That's a good shout. And as the Red Bear says, all games are the only easy games is on paper. Like George said, football is a funny old game.
Yeah, that's what the famous Jimmy Greaves said to the Saint, didn't he? It's a funny old game, Saint.
Yeah, Greaves is a funny old game, Saint.
Funny old game, Saint.
That's right. He's it. That's what he said.
You never know what can happen. You never know. We beat United 7-0. Who would have thought that? We beat them 5-0. Who would have thought that? And that one today with Notts Forest 7-0. I couldn't believe my eyes when I looked at that. I thought it was a women. I thought it was a ladies' game. I thought it was Notts Forest ladies.
Well, do you know, just like what you said there, couldn't believe your eyes. But just imagine when someone who, just hear me out, never seen the match and then seen the Liverpool Man United score of 7-0. They most probably, like you, couldn't believe it.
Couldn't believe it. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
And Paul always says, Frank, Everton would love nothing better than to rough us up. But hopefully, our class will come through. It's a fair comment, and they will rough us up. Like they always say, that's the only way they can actually beat us.
Send it off or two, you never know.
See, don't forget, this is the last derby game at Goodison Park.
Yes, so it's a bit emotional for them, yeah.
ever. It's incredible.
I think that was a good decision today to take McAllister off when he got the yellow card.
Yeah.
And put Curtis on because, we couldn't afford to lose him on Wednesday.
And he was good, wasn't he, as well?
Yes, he was.
I mean, Curtis, when he came on.
From what, he got radios said that.
I think Salah has got to win the league or Champions League to win the Ballon d'Or, says Edward.
Might win both, Edward.
Never know. Never know.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Let me see. IBR. Even in Franco and Jorginho, hiya IBR.
Yeah, IBR.
You joined us late. Snapey says Arsenal have gone close twice. Those disappointments linger in the minds. Add to that, 2 of their primary weapons are missing and they are light in attack. That said, their biggest weapon is Arteta. And Steve says, Frank, what's a TV license? Exactly. It's shocking what we have to pay for road tax. It's nonsensical.
Send people around the door if you don't pay. Knocking on the door.
It's shocking. And the Redbird says the live football apps on Android are legal, George. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to download it from Google's Play Store. So everything's legal.
I was talking about a thing called a Fire Stick.
No,
Maybe
Fire
you'll know what that is.
Right. No,
you can buy them. Yeah. Are they legal?
Yeah. Fire Stick. Yeah. You can buy them in the likes of Argos.
I may have a go at that then. Why not?
At
my age, Frank, they won't put me in jail, will they? I hope not. Anyway.
No,
I may be getting in the prisoners 5-a-side team.
Honestly, you can buy them out of Argos. If anything was illegal, there's no way big shops would sell things like that. So you can get them out of Argos. I've got 2. I've got one in my bedroom on the telly there.
And you just plug them into the TV. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Then. That's the answer. Thank you.
And Daryl says, Frank, get yourself a Fire Stick. I pay a bloke £35 for a year for all the Liverpool games. I've got one.
But I'll be down Argos on Monday.
Honestly, they are, honestly, George, they're legal. But you've got to get a stream, someone will have to put a stream on for you for the games. And as Daryl says, look, Frank, get yourself a Fire Stick. He doesn't realise I've got 2. I pay a bloke 35 quid for a year for all the Liverpool games.
Yeah, you need somebody to fit it for you, don't they? Get the stream. Yeah.
But that's what Callum said. He's got an Android there. It's sort of for you. And Snapey says, George, get an IPTV. There's a VNP in the subscription. We haven't a clue what he's talking about.
What VPN is or an IPTV.
Exactly. They mean well, They mean
something
well.
Personal network, I think it calls. Video personal network, I don't know.
Very useless, that was yours. The IBR says, I think 10 wins, 3 draws, and 2 defeats will win the league for us.
Oh, I tell you, I had my grandson on the other night and he sorted my fantasy football out and I've shot up this week. I'll be right up the league this week. Yeah. Last night. When it's announced after tomorrow night, I reckon I'll have about 100 points this week.
Is that for the Prem?
For the Prem, yeah. Yeah. I'm only in the Prem one. I'm not in the other one.
Oh, weren't
Too
you?
complicated for me. Yeah, that's the one, yeah. So if I win the watch, I'll give it away. I'll give it back. You can give it to Seth. And I'm going to give one of my books for third.
Yeah,
You've got
you are. I mentioned that, to be honest.
the second. I'll sign a book
Yeah.
for one of the lads or lasses.
That'll be brilliant. Yeah, look, I'll add to the stage. You know, if you go in the game, boys, get to this place. It's brilliant, honestly. It's all quality stuff. It's a small business. And I support small businesses. I really support them. Honestly, I do. And that's that scarf or a badge. They've got fantastic stuff and it's all quality. Believe you me, get down to Mike Dean and his lovely wife, Michelle. And
Yeah,
I think
books are on there as well.
Jeff Goulding's Klopp's Last Stand is a must as well for all Liverpool fans. If you're going away, that is, you know, on holiday, read it away. And read this away. The Lost Shankly Boy. George Scott's Anfield Journey. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And George is giving a book away as well as a little prize for the, you know, whoever comes third in the fantasy. He's giving one away, signed as well. Signed.
Yeah, probably.
And the Redbirds say, Steve, you need a TV license if you've got terrible vision, which you have if you watch Sky, Sports, News, BBC, and the rest of the Lion media. Good man. Good man.
I do agree with that. Never know what to believe.
No. Lead a whiz, kids. When I can't stand the commentary, I put my dream songs to sing playlist with 6 or 7 different versions of Poor Scouse Tommy. That's brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, I put it on silent sometimes when I've got some of these Sky commentators on that don't like us.
No.
Like Sir Neville.
I love Frank and George. No, I'm not gay, just happy. Our language changes throughout the decades. Yes.
Well, funny enough, when I played for Aberdeen, my second game for Aberdeen, when I was transferred from Liverpool, was against Rangers, Glasgow Rangers at Aberdeen, and we beat them 2-0. It's a fantastic day, one of the best days of my life. 30,000 there, laid on one of the goals. Went up to this pub at night, a big pub in the north of Aberdeen, and the pub was called the Gay Gordon. It's now called the Gordon Hotel. That's how language changes.
So
That was in the 1960s, of course.
Taking the gay house to the Gay Gordon.
It's still there, the pub, but that's what it's called now, the Gordon Hotel.
Just nuts, isn't it? IBR Franco and Jorginho, the new saints in Gravesy. That's a compliment, that, if anyone.
It's a great compliment. They were 2 legends, real legends, proper legends. Both of them. Greaves, one of the greatest goal scorers ever lived. Saint was just a Liverpool legend, and always will be.
I'll get you and George set up this week on my subscription. You watch off mine every week. Yeah, so you'll be all right. Once you get your Fire Stick, George, you'll get set up on his subscription, so he'll get it over to you.
All right.
You don't have to do anything. You'll just put, how's that? Right. And that's not Daryl.
It's very nice, very nice.
Isn't that lovely?
It's fantastic, yeah. We'll see how we can go. See what we can do, Cop-Out.
No, it's off Daryl.
Oh, Daryl, yeah. We'll see what we can do. I didn't realise that. Thanks very much, Daryl.
Yeah. And Snapey says, the fact that the Blues are pulled away from the relegation places makes them desperate when they play us. Plus, They are not expected to get anything out of the game. They make mediocrity appealing.
Yeah. They weren't playing a great team yesterday where they Leicester City. I think they've lost the last 6 or 7 games. They only won one against Spurs. The rest of them they've lost. So it wasn't like they were playing Arsenal or, one of the bigger teams.
Yeah, exactly. Snapey says, the fact that the Blues are pulled away from the relegation places makes them desperate. And that's a very good point, and it does make them desperate. It does make them desperate. And IBR says the Labour government plan to tax us for using subscription services like Amazon. And yeah, you're right. And that's how they get through loopholes and everything. That's how they get through loopholes. And it's wrong. Taxing us, because of this, what we're doing. And it's wrong.
Yeah.
And IBR says, oh yeah. And Paul always says, Fire sticks are legal, but when you download, might not be.
Who's going to check?
Frank, I'll give you my guy. He will set you up. I'm all right. I can watch all
You're all right, Frank. Yeah, you're set up.
I watch every game. I'm all right.
You got 2.
I even watch films that are not coming, that haven't even been made yet.
I was watching a good film at lunchtime, Frank. I was watching Judgment in Nuremberg.
Oh, right. Okay.
An old film, 1961, Spencer Tracy.
Yeah. And Montgomery Clift.
That's right, Montgomery Clift. That's right, yeah.
Great.
It was on too long, so I had to pause it and record it, so I'll finish it later.
I seen Montgomery Clift in a film, and he plays a priest, like set in Canada it was, I think Montreal or Quebec or somewhere. And it was brilliant, because a murderer, you see this fella killing someone, and he goes into confession, and he confesses to a priest, but he's just done. And with the vows and everything else they take, they can't say anything about anyone's confession. It's a smashing film.
Yeah, he's a good actor. They were good actors in those days.
Oh, it's brilliant. He's got one of them faces,
Yeah.
That if you want something like teary, if you know what I mean, where you use your hanky, he's the man to watch, because he's great. Android devices, that is phones, tablets, are better than the Apple's iPhone and tablets, because you can't just download millions, because you can't download millions of apps which Apple blocks. You're right there, they do block it. Came back from the toilet just in time to see Salah's seconds at the back of the net. Says you never walk alone, but I've no idea which of our players have had it or from where. And the flashback over to Arsenal versus City now. Points will be dropped.
Yeah.
I think the results I'd prefer in order of preference are draw, City, win, Arsenal, or win.
I don't want Arsenal.
No.
See, it's
No,
a
I
bit
think
too
it's about the best. Frank, some of them films that haven't been made yet are the best. Yeah, absolutely, yeah, Paul. And Zara actually says, I'm not bothered if Arsenal win tomorrow. They got to come to Anfield and I give them no chance.
Yeah, as Shankly said, they all come here to be beaten. They all come here to be beaten. Every one of them. It's certainly true this year, apart from Forest, sadly. I'm sure we can beat Arsenal at Anfield. We usually do well against them. Crowd will be up for it.
And Liverpool's, yeah. Because even in gents, do you have any advice for struggle and sleep? I've had insomnia the last 3 days. It's been horrible.
They used to say you should count sheep. Jim.
Do you know what I do? I recite poetry and some speeches.
Yeah, you just do think of something and just let your mind wander, and just eventually it'll drop off. Go back in your life and think of things that have been going on through your life, and if it's the good things, you suddenly fall asleep.
Sonny, like the likes of, hang on anyway. Frank George, who are the Blues? I'm only known to Liverpool, and Liverpool reserves on Merseyside, says Callum.
Yeah, so Bill said.
Daryl's going, like Frank and George, love you both.
Good night, Daryl. All the best to the wee man.
And take care of little Austin, okay? And Bill Klopp statue. Hey guys, so nice to see you, George. I hope you're keeping well. I was wondering what your football film show was of all time. Football film? I don't watch football films.
The only football film I can remember is Escape to Victory.
That's all that I've ever watched.
I think that's the only one I've ever seen made.
Yeah, same as me. And the Redbird says, don't be so cocky. Remember what the great George Scott said. The great Scott George said, football is a funny old game. Besides, we can play brilliant, but drop a point or two.
Exactly. Yeah, and you can play bad and get the 3 points.
And Copite says, there's a Bill Shankly documentary on ITV come out 4 or 5 months ago.
That would be great, yeah. I think I did see it.
I must have seen it. Anything with Shankly and you'd what?
Do you ever see him walking on? You ever see him walking on the Anfield pitch with Derek Dooley?
Yeah, Arthur Dooley. Watch that.
Arthur Dooley, sorry. Derek Dooley was a footballer, wasn't he? Arthur Dooley, the sculptor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good little interview, that, yeah. He said, this is their church. They come here to worship.
Shankly and Arthur Dooley, you couldn't get any chalk and cheese and those two.
Yeah.
It's ever likely Evertonians have no problem sleeping. Counting the sheep in Wales is a natural pleasure. Stay sleepy.
Brilliant.
And Klopper says, Bayer Leverkusen, unbeaten 11 against Lille, unbeaten 21. And unbeaten.
Yes.
Yeah, Liverpool unbeaten. Oh yeah, Mr. Bayer Leverkusen unbeaten 11, yeah. Beaten in 11 until they played down Snotsliver. That's a fact, isn't it? My favourite football film is the Gerrard final.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic, yeah. Oh, the Istanbul final. I like the Istanbul final when they played it In My Life at the end. Sean Connery saying, and then it went on to the Beatles. That was brilliant way to end it.
That was brilliant, that wasn't it, In My Life.
Give you goosebumps.
In My Life. One for you there. Hang on, not this one. That Leverkusen 4-0 win is the most impressive win of the season.
A good win.
For me, never thought we'd pull a 4-0 like that. Didn't Xabi say that the crowd frightens his players?
Yeah. I wonder what would have happened if he'd have came to Liverpool's manager. I wonder if he'd have done the same as Slot or as good as Klopp. We'll never know. We'll never know.
I mentioned that before, and he would have done because they're the same crowd of players.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you guys ever meet Bob Paisley in real? I never ever did.
Yeah, I played with him. I played under him. Knew him for 5 years. Lovely man, lovely man, as well as a genius. And a nice man, kind. He was the first team trainer when I was there. Joe Fagan was the second team trainer.
Joe Fagan never gets
Ruben was the coach. Ruben Bennett was the coach.
Won a treble, never gets a mention.
I know.
What's the good one about Bob says Leave the Whiz Kid on YouTube that ITV I put out as a tribute after he died? Yeah.
Yeah.
The Redbird. I had the honour of meeting Sir Bob Paisley in real life. He was very, very humble. And his wife.
Yes.
Was lovely too.
Yeah, they were different category, different class.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Redbird.
20 trophies in 9 years.
That's incredible. Even Ferguson couldn't emulate that. Especially the European Cup, that is. Wait, George says the Liverpool Yabby. Did you play for Liverpool back in the day? Of course he did.
You'll have to buy me books, Abby. I'll tell you all about it. Yeah, I played for 5 years under Shankly. Most of that time was in the reserve team, second team, where I was leading goal scorer, most appearances for 3 consecutive seasons. And then Bill transferred me to Aberdeen for £12,000 back to my hometown team after the 1965 Cup final. There was no substitutes in those days, and so it was very difficult to break into the team. They were all legends, every one of them.
George, I'm going to end it. I'm absolutely
that's fine. But I'll go and get my tea, Frank. It's in the oven. Yeah. Probably burned by now.
I'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll see you Tuesday, Frank. I hope you keep well. Have a good weekend, what's left of it. All the guys in the chat. Good game on Wednesday. Let's beat those Blues. So always, let's beat them. Let's get the points again. So up the Reds. Up the Reds.
So it'll be a pre-match. It'll be a pre-match Tuesday, George. We'll do the predictions and not only the predictions, but try and pick what team we put up. Thanks,
they're all big games now, aren't they? So let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Come on, you Reds on Wednesday. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Leader Whiz Kid says 12th best player of ours is our George. That's lovely. Take care, legends, says IBR. Good night, one and all. I'm awfully shot. I'm so tired, boys. I was falling asleep there. George was talking. Good night, one and all, says Stephen Snee. Night, George. Take care, see Leader Whiz Kid. See you Tuesday up at Edmund. You never walk alone. 20 times, Liverpool. Cheers, fight. Cheers, mate. Night, George. Take care, say Leader Whiz Kid. And Stevie Snake. I'll leave this and leave on this. I'm so tired. Spurs Thursday. Blues the week after. Don't be daft, Frank. Get some rest. Thank you. Thanks, Lee. I'm off. I'm out. I'm so tired. I don't know what the fuck. Take care, Red. You never walk alone, says Lee. Listen, boys, I'm absolutely shattered. And hopefully I'll see you all on Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me. And George, take care. Have a good weekend. All right, what's left of it. See you Tuesday. Thank you. Good night now.